Hope everybody had a good Christmas. Good holiday. Thank you. It was great. Yeah. What didn't I eat? I ate good today. I'm paying for it right now.
Yeah.
Cinnamon rolls when I woke up.
Wow.
I normally don't do that. I'm like protein, all the way throughout the day. Cookies after every meal. Yeah, I went in. Chips,
Now, Jimmy,
almonds.
if you wanted to limit your intake, we're right here. You could bring
Oh, I should.
Tupperware.
That's what I should do.
Thank you, your pals.
But I indulged on that one day, and I'm back today.
All right.
I ate healthy today, but I'm paying for it. Okay.
Oh. So, Jaden Daniels,
Yes.
rookie quarterback, presents a challenge because of his versatility. What has been kind of the discussion this week about how to defend him?
Yeah, he's having an incredible rookie season. Had experience with him way back when he was at Arizona State. We played him back in the old Pac-12. Rest in peace, the Pac-12. R.I.P. Yep, yeah, you beat me to it. But no, he's just a fabulous player. You can see first just him going through his progressions, his arm strength. He sees it really, really well. Most rookie quarterbacks would have kind of a beginning first 6-7 games, struggling to catch up with the speed of the game. Not with this guy. It's special. He can throw it, sees it really well, and then they have quarterback design runs, and now you got to deal with that. He's fleet of foot. He can outrun defenders. And then going back to the pass game, if you do cover everything up and the pass rush doesn't hit home, he can buy time to still deliver the ball downfield, or if there's open grass, he can hit it and get it for a 50-yard run. And so we got to defend all avenues that this quarterback presents, and it's going to be a tremendous challenge for our defense.
I want to ask you about A.J. Terrell. He's the third lowest target percentage in the league. So offenses are actively, staying away from that part of the field. Why is that, would you say?
Yeah, AJ's he's that guy. He's that top corner that all 32 teams are looking for in the draft or through free agency, and we thankfully have him right here in Flowery Branch. We're able to put him wherever we want, and we know that the quarterbacks are going to better be aware if they're going to throw his way, and he's shown that through all of our games so far. He's been playing lockdown corner. It's the reason why you haven't heard his name very much. He still has made some tremendous splash plays when the ball does get delivered to his side. But it is obviously an advantage for us to have a big-time player like A.J. Terrell.
In terms of following guys with the cornerback, have you generally done that, or would you rather stay away from that if you can?
It's really a balance of both. If there's a player that we deem as, hey, we need to make sure the offense has to go through someone else, then definitely that's going to be in the game plan. Now, there's certain calls where that may not happen just because of the contour and the coverage that we're calling. But we've had a fair amount of times where AJ has tracked and latched on to the number one wideout. We really even going back to our first game against Pittsburgh, against Pickens, and so and we're able to do that with AJ. And again, we're thankful that we have a big time player like him, so that we can do that.
Yeah, because they had the 5 turnovers last week, but managed to win. And Landman's got 3 punch outs. Jesse's got 4. How big may that be for you this week?
It's tremendous. I mean, we talked about it again this morning. We talk about it every single day. Our guys hear it all the time. We give them visuals, videos of what they've done, what other teams have done, and to our opponent. And that changes the game. Turnovers change the game, and you saw it just last week in our game versus the Giants. And so that'll be the goal again this week, is to try to get the ball back for our offense. If we can score, great. But if we can't, secure the ball and hopefully give our offense a short field to go score.
Given Jaden Daniels' mobility, do you think this Sunday's game will truly show the strides the pass rush has made, like a real test from, say, like the mobile quarterbacks earlier in the season?
Yeah, so to really go back on that, it's going to test our run fits first. And so before you get to the pass rush, you got to be able to stop the run. And, this last month since the bye, you guys have been talking about it, every single day. But what really hasn't been talked about, or you guys haven't asked me anyway, is, our rush defense has been the best it's been in the last month. And that's what creates us to be able to go after the passer. And so 1st and 10, if we're stuffing the run, it's 2nd and 10, here we go. We can pin our ears back, and then all of a sudden we stuff them there. Now it's 3rd and 12. You just mentioned, earlier in the season, there's some runs that hit on us, 1st and 10, now it's 2nd and 2. Okay? Go ahead, make your call on 2nd and 2. It's 50-50. You can't really pin your ears back against the quarterback. You got to stop the run. Then all of a sudden it's 3rd and 1. Yeah, you can't really get off the quarterback on a 3rd and 1. And so really the recipe this last month or so, our guys have done a tremendous job stopping the run, and those numbers reflect that in all 4 of those games post-bye. And then that's what was been reflected with our pass rush. So to go back to your question, we need to stop the run first. If we can limit the run against the 3rd-ranked rush offense in the National Football League, the Washington Commanders, the 3rd-ranked rush offense in the National Football League, that is the first thing that we have to do. We do that, then now here we go. Hopefully our pass rush results will still come alive. But we got to be able to earn the right to rush the passer by stopping the run first.
To that end, Jaden is obviously a huge part of their run game. Just what do you do to contain him when you're trying to rush the passer, but then also, he's a large part of the run game?
He is, yeah. That's the difficult part about defending this offense, and this is why this is one of the most productive offenses in the NFL right now. Is that adding that extra run threat with the quarterback position adds an extra gap up front, and now you have to make sure you get up there to make sure you stop that gap. And now you get too many guys up there. Now all of a sudden here comes the play action pass, and now you leave your guys in the back end open. And so it's going to be a chess match all night long on Sunday. It's going to be a tremendous challenge for our defense. We've had an awesome opening week of practice. We still got a lot of things to clean up, but we're excited for this challenge.
Yeah, Coach, Jesse mentioned earlier, I know one of your previous pressers, you talked about the importance of not breaking the plaster rules that you got.
That's right.
Place, and how a couple of times you guys got burned on that. And obviously going into this game this week, it's another huge example of how important that is for all the reasons that you've named. You have a dynamic quarterback.
That's right.
But this offense also has some other powerful weapons outside of him. So, how much emphasis have you placed on those rules, and what are some of the things that you guys are doing to make sure, that stays at the forefront while you guys still play your defense?
Yeah, no, exactly. I mean, we could have the best pass rush plan. He can make somebody miss and now stay behind the line of scrimmage and extend the play. And now here comes the second part of the play. And that's what you're talking about. And that's what has been stressed for a lot of games, but definitely this game, because this quarterback has shown that he can extend the play. And if you don't have your coverages correct, he'll deliver a dime downfield for a big play. And so that'll be one of the keys to the game as well, is making sure that when the second play does start, when the quarterback scrambles around, stays behind the chains, behind the line of scrimmage to extend the play, we got to do a great job of plastering and still do a great job of pursuing the quarterback and trying to get him on the ground.
How did Emory Jones do today as the scout team?
Yeah, he was awesome. He did everything that we wanted him to do. What a fantastic young man. And that was a big deal for us, and he provided a great look for us, and he's going to do it again tomorrow.
How important is it to have a similar look to the guy that you're going to be playing?
It's everything. That's why we practice. We're trying to replicate the game in practice, so when we get to that game on Sunday night, the guys are like, oh my gosh, this was more difficult in practice. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to make it as difficult as we can now. And so it can be just a little bit easier, or these guys have seen it when it comes to game time. And Emory did a great job today.
Coach, what are some of the keys that you're discussing with your defense relative to, obviously, everything is 1 week at a time, right? And so, as you guys said last week, some of the guys, and Michael and other guys said, hey, we're 1-0, you know what I mean? And so now going into this, but also understanding there's a much bigger picture. And these last 2 games being critical to improving the odds of making the postseason. How is managing just assignments, without, getting too caught up in in the reality of how important these games are.
Yeah, no, our guys have been pros the whole year. Our guys approach every meeting, every walkthrough, and we talk about having that be here now mindset. And so began this morning in our first meeting. They're there in that meeting. What are we talking about? How are we going to improve? Go to the walkthrough, go to practice. Now we just had an awesome practice. Now they're going to go watch the film, and now it's like, okay, how can I correct this so I can have a better practice tomorrow? And so it's a be here now mindset. We don't, and I know what your question is. You're like looking down at the games, the possibilities. That's not in this building with the players and the coaches. That is not our focus. That is not our focus. We're focused on the process, and then let the results take care of themselves.
I imagine you've played or coached a few games, at least, in elements like rain in Seattle.
Oh yeah.
Is there anything you learned from those moments that'll go into, possibly with this one?
Yeah, I mean, our guys have played in rain too. This is for the forecast that I've seen. This doesn't look like anything that's going to really truly affect the game. What I've looked at weather-wise, it's going to be about 20 degrees warmer than what we just practiced in right now. I got 2 hoodies on right now. I'll probably only have 1 hoodie on Sunday, and maybe a light rain jacket. But I don't think the elements from what I've seen will really be an issue.
Coach, last quick question. Obviously coming off of his injury, Caden Ellis has been playing, like with his hair on fire. What can you say about just, his performance since he's come back off that injury?
Caden Ellis, you're talking about? What injury were you referring to?
I'm sorry.
Oh,
Wrong guy.
that's okay. Were you asking about Caden or somebody else? Because I can talk about Caden.
Caden.
You're talking about Caden?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So well anyway. So Caden's we're talking about a constant state of growth and development. That's what we talk about defensively all the time with our players, with our staff as well. Caden has developed his game where he can play off the ball linebacker with the best in the National Football League right now. That is the thing where he has really grown his game, which has made our run defense way better in these last 6 games or so. And so now all of a sudden our run defense is better. And now guess what? Now here we go. Now we can go after the quarterback. And then now Caden gets to get on the line of scrimmage, whether we blitz him or whatever it is. And he's obviously one of our best pass rushers as well. But so proud of Caden. He's put the work in. He's, you see him out there, or you see him in the film room first, and then out here in practice. He's doing a great job of using his hands, knows his run fits, and striking blockers, shedding blocks, tackling. His tackling is better than it was from game 1 to game now to this game. I can't say enough about the progress and the improvement that Caden has made, and the critical element he is for us in the run defense and our pass rush.
And I was thinking about Caden, but I said Troy. But pardon me, but that's what I wanted to know about was Caden. So thank you.
Okay. I was like, I don't think he got hurt. Knock on wood. All right.
Anything else? All right, thanks, y'all.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Jimmy.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.